day. See me on the court. Don't play.
Hey yo, what's up? This is Bezo from PageTurner TV. Check us out at facebook.com/PageTurner Entertainment. Question of the day: why do females like bad boys? Hit us up on our Facebook page. Once again, Facebook page is PageTurner Entertainment, Facebook. Next topic is: do social medias ruin relationships? Prince, I'm gonna start off with you, bro.
Yeah, it can. I don't think it's the social media, itself, but I think is that people have a platform to put anything on social media,
right?
So then that can be detrimental to relationships if it's, a regular relationship or friendship, because people they have no filter sometimes, so they tend to put out when they get in their feelings, they put something out there and like, oh, I don't like how such and such said such and such about my kids or whatever, but instead of picking up the phone and calling the person and say, look, I have a problem with you, they go on social media like Facebook is going to do something for you.
So that's like basically like third person.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, Facebook is not a therapist.
No.
So.
But some people think that it is.
Yeah, some people think it is.
Yeah, and
people
that's
have their
that's
entire
bad.
lives on Facebook.
Yeah, and the FBI loves you for that.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah.
But so what do you think?
I agree.
I
I do agree. No, because I don't put my life on Facebook.
I got you.
I forget that I have a Facebook usually. But I completely agree because it's supposed to be sociable lightly. It's not supposed to be, here's my life.
Yeah.
Here it is. I'm an open book. I mean, number one, I don't want nobody knowing where I am every second of the day, every hour of the day.
Right.
I do though.
I just don't, and so I don't think that you should put your life out there like that. I mean, and if you do that, then you're asking for something else to come in return. So you throw out there that so-and-so did this to me, so-and-so did that to me. That's an open door for anybody to walk right into it.
Right.
You asking for trouble.
Now, there's probably a good side to that though.
Yeah.
Because, let's say Jane Doe said, well, I'm going to be at a certain spot, and she winds up missing.
Yeah. That's because she put up where she's going to be. And somebody beat her there and got her. I mean, it's not really upside to it. When you come to putting out where you are, if you say, I'm going on vacation, I'll be in the Bahamas for the week, then you know what? Your house is going to get robbed. Because, people know that you're out of town. And they know your weakness of your house if they've been in your house before. So, I mean, I think that social media is, it needs to be, you need to be responsible when you go on social media about the things you post. Because when you put something in the air, it's out there. And
forever.
And don't get mad if you post something and somebody say a comment on it, you're like, wow, nobody asked you anyway. Well, you posted for everybody to see it. So technically, you did ask me, and you're a dumbass. So.
In that regard, I think that I'm not saying that it should be done away with, but if you put it out there, just know and be responsible for it. Take responsibility for it and know that you laid it out there for everybody, so if something comes back to you, then, that's what you asked for.
Right.
You can't get all upset and mad about it or anything like that. If you don't want people to touch it, then don't put it out there.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, you're saying, like, does it ruin relationships? Yeah, you know why? Because Facebook, any type of social media that asks your relationship status can be detrimental to your relationship. Because some people are just really secretive about what they do, who they with, whatever. Because if you involve too many people in your relationship, then people have means to try to sabotage it. So your girl may be sensitive because on your marriage status or your social relationship status, you have nothing there. And I see people put something that it's complicated. What the hell is complicated about being in a relationship?
What is
you know what it is? You're not really with him. Like, what I mean? He comes over in the middle of the night, he does what he does, and he leaves.
Or it could just really be complicated.
What's the complicated part? What is the complicated part?
It's either yes or no. It's either you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship.
Or if you put on there where it's an open relationship, then people know how to carry it with you. Yeah. I mean, what?
The bottom line is, yes, it can ruin a relationship. But no, it could also not ruin a relationship. I think that you as a person, whomever you're in that relationship with, need to clarify with that person whether or not say, it's you and me, is it going to bother you that I'm in a relationship on my Facebook? Or would you prefer me to have it up there? I think if you make that communication with that person, then it should all work itself out.
I guess.
We're in the digital age now, so
because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It's not. Facebook's here forever. and the devil controls it. So there you go.
Wow.
What?
Hey, this is what it is. So everybody out there, be careful of how you post things on Facebook or social media because it can bite you in your ass. Just point blank.
Every time.
Every time. Next topic is hip hop truly dead? We always have these topics. And, we got the music now. I'm a 90s kid, 90s baby.
Right.
I'm going to put my age out there. I'm a 90s baby.
Right.
And everything. So what do you think? Do you think hip-hop has it still there?
Well, I'll say hip-hop is an entity in itself. I don't think hip-hop will ever die.
Or rap, I should say.
No, because rap and hip-hop is two separate things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, rap derived from hip-hop. Mm-hmm. See, hip-hop is a culture, so the culture is not dead. It's well and alive. Mm-hmm. But what people have done to the culture is picked out different parts. You added rap, you add gangster rap, you got pop rap, you got crossover rap. Right. So it's more different. It's more genres than just hip hop now. Right. I think hip hop will always remain pure as what it is. Mm-hmm. You don't have a lot of hip hop artists now. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of rappers.
A lot of rappers.
You have a lot of fantasy rappers.
A lot of fantasy rappers.
And I call them fantasy rappers because half of the stuff they talk about is not real. They never lived that day in their life. Mm-hmm. And the ones that did live some of them horrific things they talk about, I'm surprised they're still walking around and not locked up some damn way.
Right.
You are how many keys did you sell last night?
Yeah.
And you on stage today?
The gangsters move solid.
You know what?
Solid. What do you think?
You're a genius.
I actually had my mind made up about it until you just said what you said, and I completely I guess I saw it in a different way.
Right.
Because I was along the line thinking, hip hop was one set thing, because I'm a 90s kid. I'm a huge, Common, Tupac, all of that. And now, I don't want to mess up nobody's name, but, Scrappy, Jeezy, Yeezy, all of that. I don't hear it the way I heard it back then.
Right.
I don't, and it doesn't say the same thing, like you said, as far as fantasy rapping goes and everything. I never heard it quite put that way.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody call you the prince. My goodness.
There you go.
My goodness. But yeah, so I completely agree with that. It's different. It's very different. But that, like any other music that we listen to, like you said, hip-hop, it'll never die. It'll always be there. It's just going to change with the times, with the generations. Mm-hmm. Right. What this generation now thinks of music is completely different to what we thought of music in the 90s. I want to listen to something that's going to be heartfelt. I can sit in my room with the lights off with my music playing and just think.
Right.
I don't want to have to be feeling like I got to get up and shake my tail and do all kinds of other stuff every time a song comes on.
Right.
And that's the only thing that people are talking about nowadays.
Absolutely.
So I guess in my sense, I don't, like you said, I don't think that it'll ever die. It'll always be there. It's just going to continue to change and evolve and go to different directions.
Absolutely.
I do think that at some point it will go back to where, because everything does a 360.
Yeah,
it always does.
You see it now with the way I dress and the haircut.
I don't want it to go back. I want it to evolve to wherever it's going to go. Because anything that's as huge as hip hop has to go through its organic changes.
Yeah.
It can't remain the same. If you think about the beginning of hip hop, the Grandmaster Flash and Kool and the Gang and the African Bambaataa, they wore crazy costumes too. I saw one joint that through it had some Daisy Dukes on, like some World Warrior shoulder pads, and I'm like, but we talk about these kids with their skinny jeans. We were looking crazy back then too. So my thing is I don't want it to go back to what it was. Like Jay said, if you want my old-ish, go buy my old-ish. I'm not going back there. You know what I mean? You have to go a step further. I just think that it should be better than what it is right now. I think the hip hop rap community, if you want to put them there and together, it needs to be better. I think we have to be more conscious about what we talk about in the music. Because we're not. People say, "Well, I'm not a role model." You're an idiot. You are a role model because Michael Jordan can't walk out and say, I'm not a role model. You are. You have commercials that say, I want to be like Mike.
Yeah,
Then you have songs that come out, you talking about everybody want to be like me. I got the new this and this and that. And people, their sales are going up on their product because you're supporting it. And you are a role model. If you choose to be one or not, rappers, you are role models. And you have to be more responsible with what you talk about.
Exactly. I just feel that there needs to be a balance, On the radio, I just hear Drake, Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Drake, Lil Wayne, Drake and Lil Wayne, Ross, DJ Khaled, Drake, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, a little bit of Biggie, Tupac, back to Drake.
But that's not about the music. That's about the money.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
So that's something that has come to the point where the money is what's mostly making it change because those that can pay the bills and they gonna play it. Period.
Right.
So.
Exactly. All right, we're about to pay some bills. It's Bezo, PageTurner TV. We'll be right back. What's up? It's your boy Bezo from PageTurner. The show is all about hip-hop, business, life, politics, government, more love, sports. We're going to talk about everything. I'm the type of guy that likes to put everything on the table. And of course, the show is unfiltered. All right, we're back. It's your boy Bezo from PageTurner TV. We got the next topic. It's a crazy topic. Crab in the barrel in the African American community. Crazy. All right. I know we all have our fair share of experiences, with people. Now, I've done my research and everything, and I've noticed that, the Asian people, they help each other out. The Italian people, they help each other out. For the most part. And other races help each other out. But when it comes to black folks and everything, it's a whole different ball game. Right. What's your take on that?
Go ahead.
Oh, well. All right.
Hey, we can go back to the slavery times, Willie Lynch letter, whatever the case may be. But, what do you think?
Well, it's funny because I actually just had, my family was in town recently and they just had this discussion about this. I still have mixed views about it myself, but I think that most people would take it all, like you said, take it all the way back to slavery. I think we as a people were taught to I don't know if hate is I guess hate would be to be in competition with one another. That's how we were taught. Whoever was darker was always worse. Whoever was lighter, was in the house, as opposed to a field nigga and a house nigga. We were taught that, so and when you're taught something and it stays and it's beat into you over and over and over again, that becomes the mentality and the state of a person and for us as a people.
Right.
I have been fortunate enough to have people in my life that have helped me, but I have also have been on the receiving end of some serious bull, So I do think that we as a people have to get outside of that mentality that because she's lighter than I am, that makes her prettier. She's dark, so she's not as pretty as this girl, or he's bigger or better, whatever it is, Because I think in the end, if we do that and we get out of that mentality, that we will as a people be able to grow and be bigger and better. Our boys and girls will go to school more. They'll be more inclined to learn more and bridge out to different things and stuff like that. If I'm making any sense at all, I do think that it did start way back when. I mean, that's just my opinion because you're taught certain things and it just never went away. It as we grew, it grew with us. It built with us, and still to this day. I mean. Me being light-skinned, I'm the only light-skinned person in my family. And people still, to this day, ask my mother, who's her dad?
You too? I get this.
You know, yes. Who is her dad? Because he can't. I mean, granted,
Wow.
my dad is different from the rest of them, but still, I look
Right.
just like my mother. I'm just a lighter version. You know, and that I think that's an insult first and foremost. And
Yeah.
it's disrespectful to ask. Period.
Yeah.
But because I'm a different shade of everybody else, it's like, or brothers tend to tell me all the time, because she light skinned, she got to be stuck up. She got to be this. She got to be
Right.
that. No, and I know, and I know that comes from that point in time. Like I said earlier. A field nigga is totally different from a house nigga. I've been called a house nigga.
Yeah.
You know? So
Wow.
I do think that it starts there because we learn to hate each other.
Yeah.
We learn to be envious and jealous of each other. And as hard as it may be for me to say it, because I am of mixed race, the white man did it to us. He did it. He put it in our heads and told us this is how it's supposed to be, and we took it and ran with it. What pisses me off most is that we are so intelligent as people.
Oh yeah.
We are so smart. I mean, and I hate to throw it out there like this, but a brother at 14 can go stand out on a corner and deal drugs and have more money in his pocket than a man 44 years old, his same age, and know how to count that money and put it down and do what he got to do within seconds. But he can't take his butt to school and get a college education.
Yeah.
We are an intelligent people, but we don't use it the way we're supposed to.
Yeah. Well, I do agree. I'm going to try to fast forward it to present, but just to piggyback on what you said, it did start, you know, during slavery, but even before that. As Africans, I won't say black people, but as Africans, it's a tribe thing. So, you know, you're more inclined to stick with your tribe and help your tribe out, and instead of the tribe across the river, because you're in competition already. Because I really like that land and your goat, and your daughter's cute too, right? So it goes from that to now and to the present day, even when it was taught to the slave owners and all that.
Right.
But now it's more present now that I got to gain the attention of him. So if you are better than me and outshining me, I gotta suppress you, and I have the ability to, so I will. Or I'll use you in order to get what I need from you. And then people see you drowning and don't want to give you a hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think it's ridiculous. It is a real big crab in the barrel situation. Would it ever go away? No.
Okay. Well, you know what? I definitely do feel, you know, we got a lot of work to do in our community, just period, and everything when it comes to just school, the people out there hustling, doing what they need to do, stuff like that. We're going to move on to the next topic, but we're going to definitely talk about that next topic as well, too.
Cool.
Here's the topic here. This kind of goes towards the youth. Why is it so hard for men to commit these days? I mean, we can all answer that question. You know.
What?
Oh, my bad.
We're going to let you, get the filter. Go ahead and let you.
Why do I believe?
No.
There's no bad shit. All right.
I'm just, why do I think that it's so hard?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just men in general.
Go ahead. We'll give you some time. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I mean, I grew up, okay, let me just lay some groundwork here first. I grew up in a house full of women. I'm the only girl of 4 children. So I grew up in a house full of men. So I think that I feel that I understand, and I definitely respect a man probably a little differently than what a woman that doesn't have that experience does. I have a lot of male tendencies of my own.
Oh.
So, I mean, so this question for me, for all of you out there, you might not get what you want to get out of me, ladies, just so you know.
Wow.
Because I don't think it necessarily should just be put on men. Because I have a commitment problem myself. So I do think that the men that are unable to commit, I do believe that it varies. Some men, depending on what age they are, they out there living the life, they're doing what they do, and they want to, what some people say, sow their royal oats. You know, they want to get a feel for everything in the water. But at the same time, there are women that do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Call something else.
And then there are the men, yes, which is a whole nother topic in itself.
What are they called, Prince?
Which is a whole nother topic in itself, okay?
It's a garden
whole-
tool.
You heard through the garden tool.
Yeah.
And why is that? Why can a man go out there? No, you know what? I'm not even going there. We're going to stick with the question because that's a whole nother topic in itself.
We'll be talking about that soon, too.
Why can a man go out there and do what he want to do, and he the man, but if a woman do it, she a hoe? I just want to know. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I didn't say
it makes no sense to me.
word.
I
It
didn't say I
makes no
agree with
sense
it.
to me.
I don't agree. I didn't say I agree with that.
No.
But I got what you're saying.
But back to the question at hand. I think that, like I said, as far as being age-wise, and then there are other people out there, other men out there that are so focused on their careers and their business, they just don't have time for it right now. And then I do believe that there are some men, and a lot of our black men, are afraid of commitment because that comes a whole lot of responsibility with that. A whole lot of responsibility. And as a black woman, I do know that some of my sisters put that on you hard. Put it on you real hard.
Yeah.
You know? I know that. I understand that. But I don't think that there's one set answer for that question because it just depends on where you are in your life, what you're doing in your life, how old you are, and things like different things like that. But I will say this: I think it goes both ways. I don't think it's. I have a problem with always blaming the man for everything because I take full responsibility for everything that I do, everything. And
can you say that one more time?
I take full responsibility for everything that
Okay,
I do.
I just want to make sure. Everything, yeah.
I do, and as a woman, I think you should do that.
You should. As
I
an
think
individual.
that you should do that. But keep in mind, men are afraid, but know that when God made Adam,
Yeah.
what did he do?
Yeah.
He went right behind it because he knew he didn't do it quite right.
No, I don't think that's the case.
And
I don't think that's the case.
he made Eve.
Stop making up stuff. It wasn't even in the Bible. He didn't think he messed up.
In all honesty, I do believe he did it because he knew that the two of them could stand together and work together and make it right together.
Right.
And I think as two, they need to realize that. As a man and a woman, they need to
Can I
realize
ask this
that.
question now?
Yes, you may. You have.
How much time I got?
Go ahead. You got 1 minute. Go ahead.
Like 2 3. No, you got 2 3. I'm
30
just mediating,
seconds.
just make sure. Go
All right,
ahead.
no, all right. So you're right. It's not one answer about why a man can't be, faithful or however you want to put it. But I do think that it is a double thing when it comes to a man and a woman because you're not in a relationship by yourself. Something had to happen for you to get to that point. Now, what a lot of women don't realize, ladies, is that you can mess a good man up.
Oh, God, yes.
And then all of a sudden now he's looking like, well, I did everything right. My mama told me to treat a woman good, make sure she's right, love her, take care of her, do all these things. I can get with the girl, and she just treat me like trash because you know why? I'm not ready from up the block that just got out of prison.
You're
and then, I'm not mean to you like your ex was, so you don't think I love you as much. And you mess up a good man, and it's hard to get him back because now he's like, well, all I ever known is that all the bad guys get all the girls.
Yeah.
Right? And then ladies, I want to need you to do what you was doing in the beginning of the relationship.
Yes, you keep a man how you got a man.
So
That's all I gotta
don't
say.
get mad if he goes down the block and up the corner and around the bend and go find somebody to do all those things that you used to do. That you no longer do. Now you think it's nasty. How it's nasty? You was doing it before? Do it now. You know what I'm saying? Because men have needs. We have needs as men, but then you think, well, I'm not going to do it. He doesn't need it. That's bullshit. Okay? Guys need what they desire, and I think women don't. It's a problem with self-awareness. And I don't think women have enough self-awareness, and they always want to blame the guy for being the guy, for the person to go out there and cheat and do all this and that.
Well, you know what?
Sorry.
Oh no. I'm just gonna bring this up here. Why, for females and everything, the guy is not really up to par. It's not doing, but yet you still try to change him. Why is that?
Because some women have a mommy syndrome, and I'm not that woman. I'm not, because don't get me wrong, Bill the garbage man can be just as attractive as James the CEO. My biggest thing is potential in a man. I'm not gonna knock a brother trying. I'm not gonna knock it when I know he has potential and I know he's doing what he needs to do to get to the next step. I love that kind of thing. But some women, they like a brother that's down and that's out because now they have some type of control of that situation, and they love that. So, I mean, what can you do? There are women out there that want to baby you. There are women out there that want to love you and support you and uplift you.
Yeah. Probably just controlling as hell.
Sound like personal, brother. # personal.
Not for me. I'm a strong brother.
We about to pay some bills. It's your boy Bezo, Page Entertainment TV, man. Now turn the page. All right, we back. It's your boy Bezo, PageTurner Tv. Man, we crazy topics. We got an exclusive interview with Lasean, Shady, Mccoy, starting running back for the Philadelphia Eagles. Cool brother, man. Check out the interview. PageTurner Tv. I got my homeboy Lasean McCoy. What's up?
How you doing? What's going on, fellas?
Doing all right, doing all right. So you out here? What you gonna teach the kids?
I mean, I'm gonna teach them, you know, how, especially the running backs. Be disciplined, have quick feet, all them type of running back rules that I know and I've learned, especially from a younger age growing up. So just helping them out.
Okay, what does this mean to you, the whole Mike Vick weekend and the foundation? What does this mean to you?
It means a lot for me because I've always been a Mike Vick fan since I've been a little boy. I told you how old Mike is. but no, I've just been a fan of Mike. And he came to the Eagles. I've been hanging out with Mike for about 5 years, man. He's taught me all the right, wrong things to do in this league, and off the field and on the field. So he's helped me out with my career. He's one of my older and best friends. I look for advice. You know, anytime anything's going on, I need some advice. So I'm here to celebrate, man, and support.
All right. So tell me this. I ask all the athletes, if a kid was to come up and ask you for your advice, what kind of advice would you give them?
So much. Just believe in yourself. Man. There's times where it's going to be up and down. But if you know who you are, you can never have a dead moment, a dead period in your life and your career. So just know who you are and chase your dreams. Anything's possible, man. Okay.
All right, we're back, man. I really appreciate y'all checking out the show. I hope you enjoyed the Lasean McCoy interview. Got to introduce the panel and give them the Twitter accounts or Facebook or Google. What's up, Prince?
What's up, y'all? You know who this is. This is your boy, LL Cool J. No, I'm joking. What's up, Prince Hakeem, man? Famous Radio Live. Make sure y'all hit me up on www.famous-radio.com, or you can hit me on Facebook at Prince Hakeem, or on Instagram at phakeem. All the social medias, man. Just Google me. You can catch me on there.
That's
and there you go.
Google.
Just Google me.
Just Google me.
Yeah.
Wikipedia me. Google me.
And to catch the shows, man. Showtime's going on our website. There you go.
Okay. I'm not as cool as he is, but it's okay.
It's okay.
My name is Dani Bell. I'm very happy to be sitting here on the sofa next to you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I appreciate it. But you can also Google me, Dani Bell, or Facebook, Dani Bell W, and my Instagram is Dani_Bell77.
All right, and check us out once again at PageTurner Entertainment on Facebook. Now turn the page.